we'll turn it over to Jenna Zadaka. Jenna is at the Wells Jewish Education Director. She has creatively infused Jewish mystical teachings from the cyclical Hebrew calendar into wellness practices for over 10 years. And she is a joy to learn with. So honored to pass it over to Jenna.
Hello, I'm switching to gallery so I can see everyone's faces. It's so beautiful to see everyone. Chodesh Tov. Thanks for being on screen if you're able. It's really special to be here together. Welcoming in the new month of Kislev, which is a month of miracles and dreams and trust. And when we look at the word Kislev, the root of this word is kesel, which means trust. And there are many words for trust in Hebrew, but this means embodied trust, a full trust of our system. We trust that as we're crawling towards the winter solstice, the light will again return. We trust in such a dark, painful time of grief that our bodies and our hearts will heal. And we trust in the divine timing of our personal life and our collective community and the timeline of healing and growth. So there's something beautiful about light that we learn from the holiday this month of Hanukkah. We begin lighting the menorah this month. And if we look at the story of the very, very first Hanukkah, we learn something extraordinary about light. And I'm not talking about the story of the Maccabees that we may have learned, but even further back, all the way at the beginning of creation, we learn about the first festival of lights, when the first person, Adam and Hava, Adam and Eve together were in the Garden of Eden, and they were experiencing their very first winter. They didn't have the at the well calendar to guide them in the seasons. They had never experienced winter before, and naturally, as the days were getting colder and darker, they thought the world was ending. They thought they were being punished. Thought the world would go back to tohu vavohu, just the world was ending, and they were in so much fear. It was getting dark and cold, and they were so distraught that they mourned for 8 full days. And then the winter solstice approached, the darkest, shortest day of the year, and they noticed after that a little glimmer more of light, a little bit more of warmth. And they saw the light growing, and they realized, oh, this is the way of the world. First, there's darkness, and then there's light. And this is what we read in the creation story, that first there's evening, and then there's morning. That's one day. Sometimes we have to go through the dark periods of life to reveal a small kernel of light ahead. And this is why when we light the menorah, we start a complete black, like the winter solstice, and then each night we light another candle, symbolizing the light growing, symbolizing the natural warmth that expands. And we have to trust that the light will continue to expand. When we're gazing at the physical flames of the menorah, we are not just gazing at the physical lights, but the Kabbalists teach that we're actually gazing at a metaphysical spiritual light known as the Or HaGanuz, the hidden light. This hidden light was tucked away in the beginning of creation. It's the light that we learn Adam could see from one end of the world to the other. It's the hidden light that we saw at the burning bush when Moses appeared, when Moses saw there was a light that wasn't consuming the physical, but it was able to live without killing something else. So when we gaze at the flames, we are gazing at this hidden spiritual light, reminding us of the Or HaGanuz within us, the inner light that's never distinguished, the spiritual light that glows even amidst our bodies that are finite and physical. In the Garden of Eden, Adam and Hava were known to have kot not or, bodies of light, because their Or HaGanuz their spiritual light was so revealed that it even shone through their physical skin. So they actually illuminated their surroundings with this Or Haganuz. Last month was the month connected to the Hebrew letter of the Nun, which means Nephila, falling. Last month was a month of descents, and it was a month of learning to fall. And this month we celebrate the Hebrew letter connected with Kislev, which is the Samech. And Samech means Somea, support. Learning to fall, we also remember that we are embraced, we are supported by this Or Haganuz, by this divine light, that even amidst a dark time, even amidst a fall, we're held, we're secure. There's a line we say in Jewish prayer, Someach et hanoflim, that the divine supports us even when we fall. And the Samech looks like a circle. It's a big circle of light that surrounds us. And this will be the focus of our embodiment practice, the Samech, the Or Haganuz, that starts within, but also is embracing us like a spiritual cocoon, like a divine light around us. And the word for Hanukkah means dedication. And of course, in temple times, it means dedication because the Maccabees rededicated the holy temple after the defilement of the Greeks. But now that the temple is gone, what are we dedicating ourselves to? We're dedicating ourselves to this light, to the Or Haganuz, the spiritual light that is within us and surrounds us. So I hope that we can, in our embodiment practice, tap in to this light and then dedicate it outwards to someone or something that needs healing. And also just looking at everyone's faces here, part of the Samech, Someach, support, is all of us together, like in a circle. Maybe we're not in a physical circle right now, in a well circle, but we are in an energetic circle, holding each other accountable. We're here witnessing each other make intentions for the new moon. We're witnessing each other discover our lights. And sometimes when we forget about our inner light, we need someone else to remind us of it. And that's the power of community. That's the power of Rosh Chodesh, is to remind each other of our inner lights. So we'll transition to our embodiment practice, and I want to invite you to find either a seat. You can go on the floor so that you have some room, or you can fold up a blanket. We'll just be seated, but it will be helpful to have a place where you can kind of move your body a bit. And if you'd like to stay on your chair, you're also welcome to do that. And I want you to be able to really deepen into this practice. So if it feels more comfortable for you to go off screen just during this next 10 minutes so that you can really go in, that's also okay. If you're comfortable having people witness you in this embodiment practice, then leave your video open. Okay, I'm going to move to the ground.